You either use the internet for fun or you use the internet to grow. You're here to grow. Welcome to TRS Clips. This is based on the fact that I'm a Mumbai boy. You grow up with multiple cultures. And one common thing you experience in Mumbai when you're growing up here is dissection of cultures.
Right.
So you'll have a Gujarati family talking about Tamil people and Punjabi people and Bengali people. You'll have the Bengalis doing the same thing with like other communities. You know what the stereotype about Malyalis is?
What?
That y'all are very smart. That's must be good at maths. Must be smart. And then all my Mallu friends also generally, I can always go 10 layers deep in conversation with them. Always.
Right.
Why are Malayalis so smart? Like, where does the stereotype come from?
I think there's definitely a perception because of our literacy rates. You know, a lot of the times, because we have 100% literacy in our state. So I think education is always something that is almost guaranteed that you have to do. And I think we really flourish. But a lot of the times I've noticed we flourish outside the state. I've noticed that, like, whether it's the Middle East. So if you look at all of the best content writers and editors, they'll be Malayalis. All your publications in India. Or all of the nurses everywhere will be Malayalis. So I don't know, maybe because of the size of the state, you know, it's everyone kind of knows everyone, and like these things, these values are maybe instilled and it just spread. I can't really pinpoint it.
When you're talking in Malayalam with each other, is the conversation just intellectual?
No.
It can be anything.
It can be anything. Oh my God, there's so much of movies and movie dialogue references and all that stuff.
Like, so
We really trip on, you know, the all of the pop culture references of the 90s from all of our cinema. So it is almost part of our like daily parlance. Like everybody knows the reference point. It's kind of made it into the language now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me more. What do Mallus talk about to each other? Is it offensive?
Not at all. No. I mean, some find it offensive, but I'm like, it's
Sorry.
okay.
No, go on.
But I've realized that, you know, whenever we do catch up, you meet a Malayali for the first time, the first thing we both look at each other and say, where are you from back home? Like we say, Allahbadia, you know. Now it's almost become a joke. You know, as soon as you say that, we almost say it as a joke, hey, Allahbadia, because we know that's the next question coming. So, oh, you're Malayali? Okay, then where are you from back home? That's a typical like icebreaker starter. But generally, I feel like movies are always discussed, or something about the state maybe, or like, and also like it's not like Kerala's one big city, right? It's one big like it's all these towns that are almost along this great road from north to south, and each of us have a different dialect, each of us have a different accent, each of us have a different way of maybe preparing similar dishes. So there are things we are discovering about each other, or like when it's not like two people from Kerala speak the same kind of Malayalam. So it's lovely in that sense. Like there is stuff to discover and learn and enjoy about each other. You know, like sports. I like the way he speaks. Sports, of course, yeah.
What sport?
I think football is huge.
Okay.
In Kerala, cricket. I'm saying Kerala. I would even go as far to say like I think it's bigger than cricket in Kerala.
Yeah. Just
especially like Malabar, like North Kerala, sevens football is huge.
What football is followed? Like, is it local football? Is it international?
International, everything. Like during the World Cup, it's like they thanked all the countries and Kerala. Like I think they thought Kerala is a country.
Right.
Because so much love came from there. So much of those videos really spread. You know,
it's a lot of EPL.
Yeah, EPL. I think they just watch everything. Now I'm saying like when now locally they play sevens football, and they have local tournaments and stuff, and to the point that they bring in players from Africa and all that within their own little budgets. Like, you know, their clubs, they pool in money. They'll get in players from elsewhere, and so I didn't grow up around that, you know. So when I was shooting in North Kerala, it was insane. It was like every house was painted. You know, there's kids are playing everywhere, but like they're all wearing the jerseys, or like, but you could just see the town taking whichever color of whichever side they're supporting. It's amazing. Yeah.
What should the rest of India know about Kerala? Like what do you think is some misconception that people have? Or something you'd like to change the perception of?
What is a misconception?
Not everyone's good at maths.
Yeah, I'm sure there's many of us will agree that we're probably bad at math. But I think there's my favorite things about Kerala. Also because I always kind of looked at it with a nostalgic eye because I moved away when I was 7.
Fair.
And it was always Kerala's where I'd go for my summer vacations, and when my mom and dad would live, both my grandparents lived in 2 different parts of the state, not very far apart, but even their cultures were different. So even if it's the same dishes, if it's seafood, like the prawns in my mom's house would be cooked differently, and my dad's house would be cooked differently.
There's crazy food in Kerala.
There's crazy food in Kerala.
I will vouch
so
for
like
this.
you like Goan food, you like Sri Lankan food. Kerala is right in the middle.
Yeah. Some of the best food I've had in the
Some of the
country.
best, yeah. So I that is something that, I don't know if it's a misconception or people don't know about it, but if you go there is so much to discover food-wise. And you can go all around the state. My mouth watering talking about it. And
what's your favorite Malayali dish?
I definitely think so my side of my part of like Kochi and stuff has a lot of how do I explain it? Like you have to kind of see like hoppers and string hoppers and stuff.
It's like appam.
Appam and all, And then we have something called patri. Patri is almost like a rice chapati. Very thin. You literally can eat like 2-3 at a time. And then like coconut milk is a big part of our meals. And some great non-veg curries, either mutton or chicken or prawns or whatever. And my house is a feast, and my mother strongly believes that anything she feeds me, I can't put on weight. It can't affect my fitness. So every time I come back home after a long break or scared or whatever, it is like this massive feast. And she's like, I've made all your favorites. I'm like, Ma, I'm an actor, I'm on a diet, I'll show my face now. She's like, no, I made it. You won't get fat. Don't worry, I didn't put oil on it. It's fine. But the food is insane. As in, my friends have always had this doubt. Like, dude, how do you people in your house, like, how do you guys stay thin? It makes no sense.
Yeah, I second that thought. I've been to Kochi, seen those Chinese fishing nets.
Oh my God, yeah. Isn't that beautiful?
It's like gorgeous.
And it's so unique to there.
You get the whole God's own country vibe only when you actually visit. This is not a Kerala tourism piece. We're just talking. We've forgotten the mics are there.
No, but you want to go up to the hills, you go to Munnar or like the backwaters and the beach, and everything is there. So I think we all are also quite aware of how blessed we are.
New clips released at the same time that a podcast releases. This is TRS Clips. Make sure you subscribe.